props to Bernice King, Dr. King's daughter. She says, stop comparing Charlie Kirk to her father. And rightfully so. It's sad when someone loses their parents to violence in the nature. However, Charlie Kirk did not stand for the same thing that Dr. King stood for. He's not the same. It's not in the same context. People are trying to rewrite history, water it down, whitewash it, and say stuff. Charlie Kirk ain't half the pinky of Dr. King. You know, you're not going to find anyone that's the equivalent, really. You're not. I tell a story all the time. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. carries more weight than almost all those presidents put together. And you know why? Because he was grassroots. He stood for something. He spoke for stuff. He was inclusive. And he also talked about the betterment. He talked about reparations. He talked about righting the wrong. Charlie Kirk never talked about righting any wrongs. He found issue with anybody that was black pretty much. And his track record spoke for itself. What he said about Michelle Obama and Supreme Court justice and so forth and so on. He was not a progressive-minded man, and he was not a progressive-minded person, you see. It's fashionable to try to put someone in a positioning of this or that, but to telling the truth is something that a lot of these turkeys like to sit around and they like to make believe and act like Bernice King, who got a front row seat to her father. And they asked Bernice King, there ain't too many people that you can put in the same table as her father's impact. He had the most impact of anyone that was a non-president figure or vice president figure in D.C. He carries that kind of weight. Now, the right-wing agenda has always manipulated his words. I've seen... Remember, Buchanan did it, Newt Gingrich did it, they all did it. Both sides have. See, the right side only wants to talk about don't judge on content of character and color, but the thing about it is they only hire the most shuffleboarding black folks they can find. They never get anyone that's a balance unless, of course, they sign the oath to say that they sold their soul and sold out. And then on the left side, they manipulate it to pimp the agenda, but they don't talk about reparations, and they don't talk about job growth, and they don't talk about the poverty, education, health, etc. So both sides are guilty as charged. But these, now they want to put a mark. No, you're not on Dr. King's level. You never will be. You'd have to renounce and denounce everything that's MAGA. You'd have to denounce and renounce the guns and everything like that.